सीधे चलते हैं इस सम्मेलन में।
Roughly the same time as Raisina actually has come into being, we've had a much greater clarity about how we engage the world. We've done it in a sense in concentric circles. There's a neighborhood first. There are these extended neighborhoods in Southeast Asia and the Gulf, in Central Asia. There's a very conscious policy of engaging all the major powers simultaneously in a world, in a policy which Shashi claims credit for, called multi-alignment. We still haven't quite agreed what the word should be. I would say also, how do you develop a larger global footprint? But to do all of that, the third issue is how do you develop the capabilities? I think Jay Panda before referred to Atmanirbhar Bharat, a more self-reliant India. Self-reliant not just in capabilities, but self-reliant in mindset, and self-reliant in terms of shouldering greater responsibilities. But again, you need a narrative that would accompany that, a narrative in a sense of a new India. So therefore, to me, getting the world right, issue number one. Developing the operational strategy to deal with that world, issue number two. And then developing the capabilities and the narratives to deal with that. That would be my three big ones. But to do all of that, the third issue is how do you develop the capabilities? I think Jay Panda before referred to Atmanirbhar Bharat, a more self-reliant India. Self-reliant not just in capabilities, but self-reliant in mindset, and self-reliant in terms of shouldering greater responsibilities. But again, you need a narrative that would accompany that, a narrative in a sense of a new India. So therefore, to me, getting the world right, issue number one. Developing the operational strategy to deal with that world, issue number two. And then developing the capabilities and the narratives to deal with that. That would be my three big ones.
So, Dr. Jaishankar has agreed we will turn to the audience straight. Sure. And I think we have esteemed guests with us today. And I'm going to first invite the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Norway, Minister Hudfield, to pose the first question to you. My colleagues will get you the mic.
So, thank you. The nature of the Raisina dialogue is that it is hosted by the world's largest democracy. Russia's aggression towards Ukraine is an example of an authoritarian state attacking a democracy. Indeed, many would say that Russia attacked Ukraine precisely because it's a democracy. How does India, as the world's largest democracy, see its role in defending free societies globally?
Well, I think in a sense some of that was debated in the earlier panel. I think where the conflict in Ukraine is concerned, we have a fairly clear position that has been articulated, a position which emphasizes the urgent cessation of fighting, which urges a return to diplomacy and dialogue, which stresses the need to respect sovereignty and territorial integrity of states. But since you raised it as a larger issue, I do think this is an issue of concern not just for India, because the fact is that there are different countries who in a sense evolve a combination of values, interests, history, experience, culture to approach conflicts and specific situations. You spoke about Ukraine. I could also, I remember less than a year ago what happened in Afghanistan, where an entire civil society was thrown under the bus by the world. Or we in Asia face our own sets of challenges which often, I would say, impact on the rules-based order. So, I would say, quite honestly, all of us would like to find the right balance of our beliefs, of our interests, of our experience, and that's really what we're all trying to do. And it looks different from different parts of the world. The priorities are different. That's quite natural. But as I said, at the moment, these shocks are really for all of us to be concerned about, because each of these events, Afghanistan, COVID, Ukraine, big power rivalry, have global consequences, and consequences for the everyday person.
So let me turn to the Minister of Foreign Affairs from Luxembourg, Minister Asselborn, and invite him into this conversation. Can I get a mic? The mic there, right behind you. Yeah.
Thank you. Dear Minister, you are.
तो आप देख रहे थे सीधा प्रसारण रायसीना डायलॉग से, जहां विदेश मंत्री एस जयशंकर डेलीगेट्स के